Today I'll be unboxing and reviewing another lightsaber from the ET series. This one is ET number 3. I think this one might be one of my new favorites. So let's do what the shirt says, and let's go then. Hello again to all my Jedi and Sith companions. I am your host, the Frugal Jedi, and thank you for joining me as we take a look at the ET3 from the ET series of lightsabers. And this comes from 1977 SABERFEAST official store on AliExpress. I will put a link in the description that'll take you directly to the storefront, as well as a link that'll take you directly to the product page, so you can easily find it in case you want to get one. And probably going to want one because they're really nice. You can get the saber in 3 different configurations, and you can choose your blade length. So if you want a shorter blade, 82 centimeters or a 32-inch blade, you can choose that one, or you can choose the longer 92 centimeter blade or 36-inch blade. Doesn't matter which blade length you choose, the price will not change based on just the blade length. It's only going to change based on the internals. So what can you get? You can get premium RGB, which will have 16 different character sound fonts. You'll have blaster effects, flashing, flash on clash, lockup. You will also have sensitive smooth swing, gesture control, volume control, and it's a great saber for battling with someone because it's a hollow blade and the light is built into the hilt itself, and it's also more cost effective. The price for premium RGB is only $81.07 US. If you want to take it to the next level and go with NeoPixel, so now you have a blade which is going to have lights built into it, so you're going to have a whole bunch of different ignition effects and different blade styles like pulse, unstable, fire blade, rainbow blade. And what's cool is with the SOUNDFONTS V4 soundboard, which is what's installed, you can create your own styles and your own ignition effects. And I do have a series of tutorials where you can learn how to do that. And I'm still going to finish it one day, I promise you. And the price for the SOUNDFONTS V4 model is $135.14 US. So still really, really good value. And last on this list is the Profi edition. So Profi is also NeoPixel, but it has a little more features in terms of how it performs when it swings, and it can also detect gyroscopic action. So for instance, you could have an effect where when you hold it downward, the light will creep up the blade, things like that. It is also a little trickier to program, but it's up to you. And the Profi edition isn't a whole lot more. Profi is $159.12 US. The version we're going to look at today is the SOUNDFONTS V4 model. It's one of my favorites because it's so easy to program, and I love it. So you know how much it costs, you know where to get it. Let's point the camera down, start unboxing. Yes, one word to describe it. Like, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I love that larger hilt. It's like a couple of the other ET series I've already reviewed. And boy, does it ever feel good in those hands. Like, you can hold on to this so nicely. It has this cool design on the top here. Almost kind of looks like Greek. Like what you see like on a Greek column or or the Pantheon or something. And then there's more etchings on the black here, more gold, and really nice job of lining up the design there. So it lines up with the button really nicely. Pommel, perfect. And this uses 4 screws to hold in the blade. And they give you 4 longer screws because the metal is so thick. If you were to use tiny ones, it would just kind of get lost inside there. So I'm really glad that you get the longer screws with that. And it holds that blade so well. And it doesn't move. So yeah, call me impressed. You can take off the pommel. And if you wanted to put a coupler on there and couple this, that would look really nice as a staff saber. And I'm thinking, even with the other one I have, it'll probably look really cool. Maybe I'll try it later. Single button operation. And we'll take off this part here, slide it down, and you're going to see your micro SD card with your soundboard. So if you wanted to add more sound fonts, you would take that out, put it into your PC, and then you can add more. And whenever you pull that out, you never do it when the saber is on. It's always best to make sure the saber is turned off, and if you want to be extra safe, pull the battery out. Speaking of battery, there it is on the back. It's a 3200 milliamp per hour, rechargeable 18650. So you're going to get lots of playtime, hours and hours. To charge it, you have USB-C charging right there. Full charge usually takes between 6 and 8 hours. When you plug it in, it'll let you know that it's charging, and when it's done, it'll also tell you. There's also a little light on there, which will turn blue, and when it's done, it'll shut off. Really impressed with the sound quality that's resonating from inside there. And I also see that there is a hole, and that hole is for a CoverTech wheel. So those CoverTech wheels, you can buy an adapter for your belt and you can click it on. So I'm not going to go over all the different things you can do, but I'll show you a few things.
Aayla Secura.
So to switch sound fonts, you can use gesture control. So you hold the button,
Depa Billaba.
twist your wrist,
Kenobi. Count Dooku.
and it's going to have the blade color remembered, which is great. And then I'll show you another thing it can do.
Ignition 2.
So it said Ignition 2. That's broken ignition. And they still haven't bothered to update the files with something a little more descriptive. But I've made my own set of files, and I will put a link in the description that you can download those files, put them on here, and you can actually have a voice. Now, of course, I only did English, but I mean, you could use any text-to-speech converter and create your own files. So you can label those ignition effects and label the blade styles. Otherwise,
LASIK 4.
LASIK 4. What is LASIK 4? Oh, LASIK 4 is Rainbow Blade. So why didn't you just call it Rainbow? I don't know. All right, I'm going to go and make those changes, and then I will be right back. All right, I've updated my micro SD card. I'm going to put it back in the Saber. I didn't take out the battery. I just make sure that the power is completely shut off. Slide that back in, put the grip back on, and we'll turn it on, and now have a listen.
Power on.
There we go. So now let's listen to a blade effect.
Photon ignition.
Much better.
Unstable.
And I chose an Australian accent. I just like it. I don't know why.
They came bounding over.
So, unstable. And we can do color switching on the fly.
Color switch. Color switch. Color switch.
And if you don't want her to say that, you could just delete that particular file so it'll be quiet when you do color switching, but I don't mind it. If you would like to watch a full tutorial on how to use the button and to do all the gesture controls, I will put a link up on the screen right there on that card, and follow that and you'll learn exactly how the button works and all the cool things you can do with it, as well as gesture control. I think I'm done ogling at it. I am going to demonstrate it, give it some spins, see how it feels, and then of course join me in the end for my final thoughts. It's time for my final thoughts, and if you haven't figured it out, I'm in love with this saber. This is staying in my collection. It was packaged nicely, had a great box, and the amount of features that SM Pixel has is incredible. I love the design of it. I love that larger feel to it. Now the emitter section isn't the fanciest with cutouts on it. It would have been cool if they could have done some cutouts, but I mean, it's okay because it still looks really nice and it holds the blade in so well because it's deep and the 4 screws, so I still love it. I think it's a tremendous design and it's beautiful. Price-wise, I mean, come on. Have a look around. This is incredibly low priced. And, you know, May the 4th coming up, there's going to be sales going on, so just keep your eye open for those. Would I recommend this, and who would I recommend it for? I would recommend this to pretty much everyone. I cannot really find a fault with it. It is
perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I've always wanted to use that meme. So yes, everyone, if you do like it yourself, get one. I can't find a fault with this thing. Just get it. It's great. Doesn't matter if you get the RGB or the SM Pixel or the Profi. I mean, this is how a saber should be. So strong, powerful. Yes, I feel the force flowing through me. Okay, let's not go too crazy here, Mr. Frugal Jedi. Just relax a little bit. That wraps up this unboxing and review. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a like, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload anything new. Also, as a reminder, I have a giveaway going on, and that giveaway is ending on May the 4th, and that is for a set of lightsabers called the Twins from nsabers.com. Follow the link that'll pop up there, and you can enter for your chance to win. No cost. All you have to do is watch it, like it, subscribe to my channel, and follow NSabers. And of course, you have to comment so I can keep track of who's entered. Well, that does it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time, and may the Force be with you.